Over the past 6 months, Congress passed 3 different coronavirus relief packages and spent trillions of dollars in an effort to buttress the struggling economy. Yet, not one dime, none a single cent, has been specifically allocated as hazard pay for essential workers on the front lines who are risking their lives so that the rest of us can be safer. Essential workers are risking, and suffering, more than the rest of us so that the economy won't completely flounder. Yet, as a category of employees, they haven't been singled out for coronavirus relief as has been done for individuals, families with the $1,200 stimulus checks or as was done for the unemployed with the extra $600 weekly unemployment checks. Here are 3 messages that essential workers need to know about the status of hazard pay in Congress. There have been all sorts of frenzied discussions over the past 6 weeks about whether or not the Senate and the House would actually come together to pass a 4th coronavirus stimulus relief package. The House passed the HEROES Act for additional stimulus relief back in May, and the Senate put forward its stimulus proposal known as the HEALS Act back in July. What became immediately clear is that the 2 chambers were miles apart on their priorities with many notable differences, one being that the House included hazard pay for essential workers in its bill, and the Senate did not include hazard pay for essential workers in its proposal. Senate Leader Mitch McConnell proposed just over $1 trillion in new stimulus monies, and the House was calling for more than $3 trillion in new stimulus monies. In order to bridge this gap, Speaker Pelosi is now proposing that they meet in the middle at $2.2 trillion. This means that the Senate would have to come up another trillion and the House would need to reduce its ask by $1 trillion. Still, it is clear now that the Democrats seem completely ready to drop hazard pay from their priority list in order to make a deal with the Senate and the White House and get a 4th stimulus relief package into the economy. While the Republicans have so far refused to include hazard pay for essential workers in any additional stimulus package, Democrats have failed to ever really fight for it in the first place. Despite the fact that Senator Schumer, DNY, stated back in April that getting hazard pay approved in the next phase relief bill is one of our very highest priorities, hazard pay no longer appears to be a priority at all. Although hazard pay for essential workers passed as part of the HEROES Act, Democratic Senator Chuck Schumer and Speaker Nancy Pelosi don't appear to be fighting for it any longer as they compromise and make exchanges in order to get a deal on other priorities. Actually, hazard pay fell off the priority list as soon as negotiations between the 2 chambers and the White House began. Here's the deal.